Buongiorno alla cultura de plato.
What language are you?
It was Spanish with an Italian accent.
Ciao a tutti.
Buongiorno.
This video, we made my favorite dessert of all time. I don't know. I have a hard time saying that I have a favorite of anything, but I think
This and creme brulee are my top 2 favorite desserts of all time.
Tiramisu is what we made.
Woo-hoo. It's in the title, so that's not a big surprise. But
Right. The big reveal. We made what we said we were gonna make in the title of the video.
Just kidding. It's a creme brulee video.
No, but
That'd be funny.
let us know in the comments if you guys want to see
Creme brulee.
a creme brulee, because we definitely have a blowtorch just for that.
Yes. Well, it's a
Yes.
creme brulee torch.
I could eat tiramisu every day if I really thought it was a smart idea, but voglio. Hold on, I'm gonna try to say this.
Okay.
That's want, but I can't remember the word for could. Voglio mangiare tiramisu
Cada dia.
ogni giorno, every day.
My Italian is just Spanish with an accent, and then my fingers in this position. Bienvenido.
That's still Spanish. I minored in Italian in college, and I barely remember anything. I can remember specific words here and there if I start thinking about it, but I can't start rambling.
Italian does not come naturally to me either.
That's because you've never learned any.
Tell that to my intro. I said, Buongiorno alla cultura de plato. Tutti al formaggio.
So, all right. Tiramisu is a dessert native to the country of Italy. We've been there a few times as a family. We've always enjoyed tiramisu, myself especially, but we've never really found anywhere in the U.S. that makes it as well as what we've had while we've been in Italy. That was a really weird, choppy sentence.
So shall I talk about how it's made?
How did we make it? How much? First of all, give an estimate of like how much time people should set aside if they want to make this.
You should set aside an entire day, but you're not going to be working for that entire day. It just has to chill in the fridge. The actual time making it takes somewhere around 30 minutes, and then it sits in the fridge for 24 hours before you eat it. Ideally.
It's gotta chill.
It's got to chill. Tiramisu is a layered dish, and it has 2 layers twice. So it's first layer, second layer, another layer of the first layer, another layer of the second layer, and then some cocoa powder on top. The first layer, it is lady fingers dipped in a combination of espresso and Grand Marnier, which is a type of orange liqueur. And you mix those together, just those 2 things, and you dip the ladyfinger in the espresso Grand Marnier mixture, and then you line them in a baking dish that is a certain size. I don't really know the sizes. It's like this big by this big. You're gonna want a pretty decent sized one.
Something like
Think about like if you caught an average sized fish.
or like a t-shirt and like turn it on its side. No, that's too big.
Anyway, so you want to take ladyfingers, which you can find at some Publixes and definitely at specialty food grocery stores. You can also make these yourself. These I have not tried to make myself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have let you guys down. I don't make everything from scratch.
Yeah.
I buy my ladyfingers pre-made. There's no shame in that. And so once those are lined up, then the second layer is this creamy layer that
Mascarpone.
has some mascarpone cheese. It's similar to a cream cheese, but maybe a little bit sweeter. And it's like a soft, spreadable cheese. And so you combine that with some whipped cream that you whip up. So you take some heavy whipping cream, you mix in some vanilla extract. You whip that up until it has medium to stiff peaks, and then you mix that in with the mascarpone cheese. After that, you whip up egg whites, 3 of them to be exact, with 1/4 cup of sugar, 3 egg whites. Whip that up until it's medium to stiff peaks. That takes a while, just an FYI. Usually about 4 minutes of hand mixing for the egg white to whip up. The last thing is you take the egg yolks and you put it in a double boiler. If you do not have a double boiler, like 95% of humans, a way to make a makeshift double boiler is to take a heat-resistant bowl. I use a metal mixing bowl, and you put it on top of a pot of boiling water. Make sure the boiling water is not touching the bottom of the mixing bowl. And essentially what this does is that steam brings a soft heat, because what you don't want to happen is you don't want the yolk to scramble. Yes. So you put the yolks and some sugar in the double boiler, and you whisk that until it is light colored and frothy, about 2 to 3 minutes of double boiling. And then you combine that with the egg white and the whipped cream and the mascarpone cheese in a big old bowl. Into that, you also put a 1/4 cup of dark rum. Once you have all that in the bowl, you mix that all together, and then that is your second layer. So you have ladyfinger, espresso, Grand Marnier layer, then you have the cheese and the egg yolk and the egg white and the whipped cream layer on top.
Yep.
But that's like all one thing. So it's like one layer. So it's like the first layer, then the second layer, then you do another layer of the ladyfingers, then another layer of the mascarpone cheese. You smooth that out with a little baking spatula thing, and then you put that in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Then you take it out and you sift some cocoa powder on top. So you put it into a sieve. What this just does is it allows the powder to spread evenly and it doesn't clump up. So you hit that thing on the side and it releases a little bit at a time. You cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you cover that. You put it in the fridge for another 21 hours. Really, the hours are not important. It just has to sit in the fridge for a long time.
Yeah, the longer it can set in the fridge, the better the consistency is gonna be.
To an extent.
Right.
You don't want to set it in there for a year. So like put it in the fridge, come back to it the next day, and it should be good to go, good to eat. If you really have to, you can eat it same day. It's just not gonna be as good, but it will still be delicious.
Oh yeah.
So,
no, it turned out really well. I think we still have a little bit of tinkering to do, making it get more to the authentic state, but I mean, it's pretty close, and it's still better than I think most of what we would buy in the store.
Thank you guys so much for watching our recipe video for tiramisu. If you guys want to see a different dessert dish, like creme brulee, for example, throw a like or throw a comment down below on the YouTube page or on Instagram.
We're open to making most things as long as you guys aren't asking for cheeseburgers.
We can make cheeseburgers.
I mean, we could.
What would I not make?
What's like corn dogs? We will not be making corn dogs.
What if we do like a Southern Carnival Fair video? Adios.
That's still Spanish.
Gracias a ver la video de tiramisu. It's all Spanish.